Hey friends, welcome to Forever Yoga with Susanna. If you are new, welcome. I'm Susanna, and this session is appropriate for everyone, especially and even those of you who have been given a diagnosis of osteoporosis. Now, you need to take care. I'm not in your body, you're in your body, but here's the thing. The one thing you cannot do when you know you have low bone density is not exercise. You must exercise. It's the only way to even reverse the bone loss as well as stay strong and agile as we age. So that said, this session is going to not do forward bends. So we're not going to round the upper back and put weight on our spine while rounding. And we will not do deep twists. However, we will do some weight-bearing work and stretches, which are excellent for building bone density. So you'll need a chair. I'm going to do some chair work as well as your yoga mat. And I'd like you to grab a belt or a strap, something that when we're lying on the floor for the floor sequence, you can put around your foot and stretch. So the best thing would be like the strap from your bathrobe. So gather up what you need and let's get started. Let's get started in seated mountain. So the beginning of this session, we're going to take a few moments just to center our energy by finding really good posture. So this is great for supporting your skeletal structure and also connecting your mind and your body with your breath. So 2 feet on the earth. If your feet don't touch the earth, find a chair where that works for you or put some blocks underneath your feet. But important here that you can ground into your feet. Close your eyes. And now, with your mind, figure out where your spine is in space. Notice if you're a little forward, a little back, a little hunched over. And then adjust so you can become really upward and aligned. Take your shoulders back slightly and find breath. And perhaps now jut your chin in front a little bit and then ramp your head back slightly, and then you'll really be in good position for tuning into your breath. Inhale to belly, inhale to chest. Through your nose, exhale through your nose. Just coming into this moment. Really great alignment, sending some positive vibes and breaths into every cell of your bone structure. Good, now open your eyes and let us begin some movement. Key here is to keep your spine straight, no rounding and no bending until we decide to do that. Okay, so here, arms are going to go out to the sides and reach up in big sun breaths. So inhale, arms up, cross your wrists overhead, and then bring them down again. And again, inhale up, and exhale down. Sun breath. So open up, radiate like the sun, stretch and down. And one more time, inhale up, and exhale, release the arms beside you. Take your right hand to hold on to the side of your chair, and the left arm can reach straight up. And now we'll consciously side bend over. So keeping your spine straight, but lengthen over to the side. So it's a very small side bend. Pulse it. 2, 3, and now a hold. Breathe. And up, and release your arm beside you. Other side. Hold on to the chair, extend the opposite arm up, and small side bend over. 1, do 3 or 4. 2, 3, hold. You're rooting down in the hip of the side from which you are bending from, not bending to. Breathe and up. Excellent. Okay. Pick up your left foot. You're holding onto the side of your chair. And the key, we want to avoid rounding today. So the key is, and it's going to be a lot of work, is to keep your spine lifted. Okay, so no rounding, but keep everything lifted. Really important. And then with this leg lifted, hip is doing a bit of work here. Circle your foot round and around, make circles with your ankle, and then the other direction. And now just make happy faces with your right. Oh, I'm sorry, I think this is your left. Your left foot. Side to side. Just happy faces, good. And then lower the foot back down. And the other side. Pick up your leg. Keep it up there. Notice if you started to slump. And now side to side. Excellent. We did some circles. And other direction. And then my favorite is this side to side thing. I imagine my foot is making a smile with a happy face. Okay. And then lower that foot. Sit to stand. Excellent exercise. All of us should be doing every day in preparation for down the road so that we can be doing this same exercise with integrity way into our golden years. Here it is. Root down in 2 feet. Those of you that have arms on the side of your chair, you can do this by pushing off if that helps you, if you need it. But actually the goal is not to use your arms, but to use your core. Okay, but however gets you up, that's excellent. Let's do it together about 12 times. So inhale up. When you come up, you're going to squeeze your butt and then sit back down again. And you can bring the arms forward and back if you like. 2. Squeeze your butt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and one more. And sit. Perfect. Sitting down. Find your breath. That was a little bit of an aerobic workout, which is awesome. Okay, let's turn around. I'm going to do a variation on Warrior 1 for a hip stretch. So pivot around on your mat. I'm sorry, I say mat so often. Chair. Pivot on your chair. And see if you can't sit with, this is your right leg, the one that's towards the back of your chair. Plant it on the floor to the side of your chair. And the left leg is going to slide behind you. And your hips are pointing to the right. See? So in other words, if you rotate your torso to the right, you're going to feel that stretch in your hip flexor and all the way down the leg back. And I'm on the ball and toe of my back foot on the floor. And you can hold on to the side of the chair, option. And now you can either continue to stay holding on to the chair with your hand by the chair and just use one arm here, or you can let go and do 2 arms. So inhale the arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms, bring them out to the sides, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good, cactus arms. And up and down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Arms up and down. You're breathing, squeezing. You're keeping the spine straight and the neck still. Good, and let's release. You can grab a hold of the chair again if you like. Sit your butt into the chair, swivel around, come back to center, and pause. Other side, swivel. Plant your left foot on the floor, extend your right leg behind you, press into the ball and toe of your right foot, and swivel so hips are going to the left. Hold on to the chair if you choose to. Shoulders are relaxed. The difference here is that we're going to do a different thing with the arms. We're going to lift them up and over and pull down. I'm going to show you. We're going to cross at the wrists overhead and pull down. So different muscles around your spine will be working. Okay, so let's do that. All the while getting the hip stretch. Hip stretch lunge, spine stays straight. Either hold on and do one arm or do two arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come down. Cross over, up and down, just go up and down. Inhale up, exhale down. You can do this with just one arm if your chair back gets in the way. And a couple more. Good, and pause. To release, sit back in your chair and pivot to the center. Good. Now we're going to do heel bounces with pulses sitting. I'm going to just adjust my camera while you are there so you can see my feet. Okay, you're sitting back on your chair and we're going to do heel bounces with a pulsation. So sitting on the edge of your chair, feet nice and sturdy in front of you. You're going to lift up your heels and tighten the muscles of your legs and then come down 2 times. So pump, pump. So it's up and down. Pump, 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 pump. So heel bounces in a chair. It's great for your legs. And breathe. And now hold it up. So come up onto your tippy toes and hold. And then lower the feet back down. And now, one last thing for our feet, so beneficial. Weight pressing into the 3 points of contact in each foot. So big toe, pinky mound, heels, and now lift all your 10 toes or however many toes you got. Lift them all up. Squeeze them up. Hold them up and plant them back down. And now we're going to play with our feet. We're going to press down on the little toes and lift just the big toes. And then switch that around. Big toes down, little toes up. One of our most important goals as we age and concern ourselves about low bone density is what we can do to help with balance and not falling. Switch it again, little toes, big toes. And the key here is to have feet that are strong, supple, and really in great shape. And you got to do foot exercises to achieve that. So switch it back one more time. Big toe down, little toes up. Release. Good. And let's go ahead and shake that out. Perfect. Let's find a standing position. And if you would like to keep the chair nearby, you may do that for support. Standing on the floor or your mat, root down in 2 feet. We're going to lift up and do the same thing, heel bounces, but standing. You can hold on to a counter if that works for you. 1, 2, 3, or a chair, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it going. And now, let's transition to the floor. Once you have come on down to your mat, prepare to go all the way down to your belly. So take your time, lower down, transition until you are prone. Start in Sphinx Pose on your elbows, your forearms. Elbows, forearms, hands, spread your fingers. And then take your shoulders back and down. So this is Sphinx. It's a safe back bend, and you want to hold it. Find your breath. Good. And now lower down even more until your chin is on the floor and your arms come beside you, palms face down. Now bring your awareness into your legs. Let's lift the right leg about an inch off the floor and stretch it, and then lower it, and then lift the left leg an inch up off the floor. Got to use your hip muscles to do that, and lower. So that work is strengthening in and of itself. So on that note, let's do it again. Alternate lift and lower, lift and lower. And now we'll lift the chest a little ways. So keep the legs down, lift the chest and the arms a little bit and down. So it's a small but strong movement. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Now we're going to add everything together. We're going to lift both legs and the chest and the arms. So let's start with the upper body. Inhale, chest, arms, and both legs. Relax your neck. And breathe. So your muscles around your spine are working to hold you up. And breathe. And lower. Now bring your arms back into Sphinx Pose in front of you. And pull back. So spread your fingers wide. Drop your shoulders back and down. And then pull your shoulder blades back and down. Good. Pick up your feet one at a time. Perfect. Flex your feet. Point your feet. Flex your feet. Point your feet. Flex your feet. And now slowly swish your feet side to side. Just release lower back. Don't go too far. Just a small movement side to side. Windshield wipering those legs. Good. And relax. Lower the legs. Lower yourself down to push yourself up carefully. Push back up to table position, all fours. And from here, mini push-ups. Just lower down. 8, 7, 6. You're lowering down halfway, no more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then hold, and then balancing cat pose. So you're going to keep both hands on the floor to start. Lift the right leg and hold here. And you can just hold here with the right leg up, and that's fine. Or for more challenge, lift the left arm and keep holding. Spine is straight, you're balancing. Lower the hand, lower the knee. Do a little stretch back, small stretch. Without rounding, just stretching. And before we do the other side for the balancing cat, we're going to take the hands upside down. So put the back of your hand on the mat. And it's going to feel very awkward. And then bend about an inch or 2. It's a great stretch for the hands and the wrists. Just a bit, go down an inch, pull up again. Good. Carefully return one hand and then the other hand. Curl your toes, sit back on your heels for a moment. You can adjust so your feet are getting a stretch. Maybe shake out your hands from that work. Shake, shake, shake. And now balancing cat other side. Got to balance everything out. Balance the balancing cat. So this time, left leg lifts. And you can choose just to do the leg and not add the arms, up to you. And remember, if you choose to do the arms, it's the opposite arm. Not the same side, but the other side. Balancing cat. Really good for core strengthening, bone building. And return your hand, return your knee. Curl your toes, sit back on your heels. Now, our final move today is going to be the hamstring stretch for the legs. So, grab a hold of a strap. Your belt, your bathrobe belt is a great option if you don't have another option. That's the one I often use. And I happen to have this stretchy thing, which I'm going to use for demo purposes, but you're better off with a longer strap. Okay, let's keep your left foot on the floor. Bring the right knee in, and then take your strap and wrap it around the ball of your right foot. And now extend the right leg up. If you're using a stretchy thing like me, it's going to be hard to straighten your leg. But if you're using a bathrobe type of belt, then go ahead and take your hands on the belt to give yourself as much play as you need to stretch. We have to make do with what we got at home during these days of home exercise. All right, you feeling that? In your hamstring and calf? Good. And now bend and release. Let's do the other side. Root the foot down, wrap it around the ball, and lift up. And stretch. Keeping the lower back grounded. Good. Bend the knee, release. Okay. And now, with the strap off to the side, pick up your feet, place your hands behind the knees, and just do a gentle bounce out. Kick towards your butt. Gently bounce it out from your knees to your toes. Plant your feet now on your mat, a little bit wider than your hips. And then we're going to lift the butt up off the floor, squeeze your butt, and lower back down. So the upper body stays down. Just the hips and the pelvis. Lift up and squeeze, and lower down. 3 or 4 more times. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And now bring your feet a little closer in towards each other and in towards your butt for bridge pose. Root down in 2 feet, arms beside you, press down on your arms, and lift up your hips. Once you get up so that your knees are in line with your hips and your shoulders, you're there. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your inner thighs, and relax your chest. So no need to press your chest way up. Breathe. And slowly lower to the floor. Pick your feet up off the floor so you can kick them out again and relax. Now step your feet back down as wide as your mat, and we'll do the windshield wiper move here. So it's for the low back and your hip. And just take care to go slow because it is a twist, but it's a great stretch for your lower back and your hips, and I think your spine will be just fine. Good, and release. Rock your knees into your chest. Pick up your feet. Don't bring them all the way into your chest. Just bring them up so your hands are on your knees or your shins, but you're not rounding, just holding. And now let's end this session in a meditative position, sitting. So I'm going to roll to one side. Be real careful how you push yourself up. Keep your chin tucked. Push up. I know you all know how to transition carefully for your bones, so you want to take it as easy as you can. Come to sitting either back into your chair or any comfortable seat on your mat or your floor, whatever you got. And once you've found your seat, realign your spine. So think of crown over neck, over spine over tailbone. Ramp your head back slightly, shoulders are relaxed. So finish as we started, tuning into awareness of your breath. Send positive awareness into the cells, the very cells of your bones. Just breathe into your bones. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me. You can bring your hands together. Send a little namaste out into the world. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, I do hope that you will give it a thumbs up. Definitely go below, give me a comment, tell me what you thought. And if you haven't joined my email list, there's a spot below the video where you can sign up, and I will be happy to communicate with you on the subject of yoga, and especially how to build strong bones safely. Have an awesome day.